me, focus on me. Hi guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko, in case you have forgotten about me. I'm sorry that I didn't post any videos after the inauguration day, but I was really busy after the inauguration because I had one more event, plus I had extra job. For those who don't know me or those who are new to this channel, I am Yoko. I'm a Japanese living in Japan who is a huge Trump supporter. I just wanted to make this video to catch up with you guys so that I can feel that I'm back on track. So on the inauguration day, did you guys see my previous video, which is the footage from the party that I held? So on the party day, I was busy preparing like the paper and all the kinds of things and messaging people, messaging media. But after the party, I had to go home and then I work more because I had to get in touch with the media people that were interested in the party, thankfully. And yeah, I had to send some photos and footage to the people and I have to talk to them and stuff. And after that, I even made a video because I knew that I would pass out after that for days. So I was up until like in the morning, like probably like 7. So to the party, this local TV crew came called KBC, which is probably covering like Kyushu area and stuff. And also there were a couple people from Yomiuri Shimbun. Like Yomiuri is the newspaper kind here. They talked about it in the newspaper on the next day, and also KBC aired the footage of my party, and also they showed the interview scene of me and my friends and things like that. But what sucks about KBC is that I am in a good relationship with KBC. Like they often interview me and I'm really thankful, but the reporter that came to the party in particular didn't know anything about the movement in America, I guess, or like he's super duper liberal and he couldn't ask me like good questions, but still I would answer. And what was interesting was that I would say things and he wouldn't understand. Like he would go like, huh? He's so confused. The very first question that he asked me was, why do I support President Trump? And why have I been showing my support for him for over a year? And I answered like, well, this is the election after 8 years of Obama administration, and I told him that I don't like President Obama because he's racist against white people. And he was like, huh? He didn't get it. I tried, guys, to explain that former President Obama hates white people, like the white guilt stuff, you know, and how he has this communist-ish idea from his father, or I mean his parents and his mentor, that they are very anti what you call like colonization and stuff, and that you know, they think, it's not my idea, they think that basically white people got rich through the slavery of black people, and because they are rich now, they have to divide the richness or abundance with everybody or whatever like that. And I tried to explain that and the reporter was like, what? Like I thought that President Obama was a good guy or something like that. I'm like, no! So I gave up on answering him seriously, and I used this simple ways to answer, you know, like, oh, Japan should do business with America, because I have never felt like, you know, good economy. Like all my life, our economy has been in recession, so I explained that, and I'm like, oh, I hope the economy will be better and things like that. And that message was used, and that's the only time that the reporter nodded like, oh yeah. Yeah. But what was exciting for me was that my party was written on a CNN article. Like, how cool is that? I know that you guys don't like CNN, and that I know that, you know, how President Trump has been bashing CNN and stuff. But what's good, I think, about CNN is that the international crew is good as for Japan. Like, I really thank the crew. Like, they were very interested in the party or the like pro-Trump people here in Japan, and they wrote my political thoughts too, and that was amazing. So the article, if it's still available online, I'm gonna link it below, but it's an article of the list of all the reactions from the world, and so it has a lot of countries' name, and on the section of Japan you see the like two different demonstrations. So the one is the one that was held in Tokyo, and below that my party was featured, and the Tokyo one, the CNN article points out that it was held by Democrats abroad. Like, I didn't know that they were active in Japan. I'm kind of getting angry here, but it does say that it's Japan, right? But these people are not even Japanese. It's just American people or just foreigners in Japan. There were some Japanese people mingled in and stuff, and I'm like, this doesn't represent Japan. In the past few days, people are accusing President Trump as that he's imposing like a Muslim ban or whatever, and there were some people that protested in front of the embassy of the US in Tokyo, and it's all foreigners. It's not Japanese people, and it's so odd to me, man. Like, I don't know what to say. Anyways, back to the article. So the article said that it was held by Democrats abroad, and this female organizer of the protest said that she wants President Trump to know that there are females like her who do not support President Trump, like overseas. And below that, there is another protest by Japanese people, and the female organizer Yoko says that she supports Mr. Trump. How awesome is that, Yoko? You are so awesome. I despise those women that are doing all this like women march and everything. I am... Guys, I don't know how to explain the feelings that I have right now against those women that are protesting against President Trump, because they talk as if they represent the entire female kind on earth. But let me tell you what, they're just the dumb kind of females on earth. I'm going to make a separate video to talk about Women's March and stuff, like how we Japanese conservatives see the march and stuff. But what I can tell you right now, like briefly, is that it's obviously sponsored by leftist groups. Like, they have this international network and they do even anti-Japanese things, and we hate them, and it does nothing to do with females or anything. What does matter is that there are related to like leftists who have been trying to destroy the tradition of families so that they can let communism take over our societies, both in America and Japan and or elsewhere. And they don't also realize that they are being useful idiots. But anyways, I was so glad and relieved that I got to be on the CNN article, so that Japan is not going to be misunderstood, like if people look for information through CNN, because a lot of other media use CNN as for their information, so that, you know, I can already see that some media are you know, citing from the article. So that's good that my event and my opinion is there. So after all of these media coverage, I had one more event to attend, which was the internet show held by Asahi, which is a huge group, and I joined through Skype. So I joined like this, you know, this is what people saw. On that show, there were a bunch of young, good-looking females, and they talk about things like happily. They're all like so cheerful, and they have like, oh, kawaii, kind of like really high-pitched voice, and you get the idea. And it was so cool that they made a video about me and aired that. So they went through my older videos about President Trump and picked like important parts you know, like my political thoughts and put them together. And also they, of course, talked about the party I held and stuff. And they asked me questions like, including like, oh, how did you learn English and that kind of thing. And the girls were like, oh, you were so great, you were so cool kind of thing. I don't think the political thought mattered to them because they're just happy people, you know. And it was cool because it said that, I took a bunch of pictures, but it says that over 200k people watched that scene. It went pretty well, and I am really thankful that I got to have the opportunity too. So everything just worked out. So I was like, oh wow, finally everything about the inauguration event is done, you know. But I realized that I have one more event to go, which was me speaking in front of the supporters of the party that I support, and I have to prepare a bunch of slides to talk for an hour. But at the same time, I had this translation project for my friend, and the deadline was due, and it was so hard. But long story short, the lecture went pretty well, but the sad part was that it's a town meeting of... do you guys call it as a town meeting too? Like it's a gathering, like a local gathering for a political party. And the political party that I support, it doesn't have much support at all. And we've been struggling to spread about the party because the media, of course, is mostly liberal and they don't want to talk about the party. The majority of people here in Japan support LDP, which is Prime Minister Abe's party. So there are very highly aware people that support the party that I support, which is called Nippon no Kokoro o Taisetsu ni Suru do. I know that it sounds really long, but yeah, Nippon no Kokoro o Taisetsu ni Suru do. So for regular people, it's hard for them to join any town meetings of the party unless it's like a super well-known politicians. So I don't know, like 30 people or so came. I didn't even count, but I was glad that there were people listening to me. And the biggest thing that I wanted to tell them was that we Japanese have to realize that we're in this together, you know, that we're not watchers. We have to take actions towards America, you know. That's the main thing that I was talking about, but I was also explaining how, you know, European leaders are gathering too, and that there are strong leaders in Asia too, aside from Prime Minister Abe, and that the world is, because of the rise of President Trump, this world is all like coming together, you know. Some people like leftists are very scared, and some useful idiots are scared too, but I really think that this movement in this international society is pretty good, that we kind of now understand the balance of like globalism and nationalism, and we can also respect each other's country. I feel that's also what my goal is, you know. So in the US, there's President Trump, and in Europe, especially who I'm drawing my attention is Le Pen from I don't know the pronunciation, but in France, the female leader is there, and she's very popular. And in Japan, it's supposed to be Nippon no Kokoro o Taisetsu ni Suru do, and that's the party that should be getting popular. But the party now only has 2 National Diet members. So I was telling the people in the hall that we are the ones to do something about this situation, you know, that like Japan is left behind of this movement in the international society. And I'm like, what are we doing, you know, kind of thing. Even though I didn't get mad, I rather made a lot of jokes, and you know, I think the presentation just went well. But I didn't get to film that though. But at least I got to film this. Make Japan and America great again! Yeah! Yeah, so another of that. And aside from that, oh, I guess I'm ending this video finally. Aside from that, if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel because that will mean a lot to me. And also, if you could, please support me on my Patreon page. That'll be great because I need to survive. And also, if you watched till this point of this video, put the word or name Tama in the comment section below. Tama! Thank thank you so much for watching this video till the end. I really appreciate it. Like, you have no idea. Let's make Japan and America great again together. Thank you so much again, and also take care until next time. Okay, bye!